Uh, Hello, everyone. It's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is the first Sunday in April, if you can believe that. Um, I'm wearing my Hello Dolly shirt, got my Hello Dolly mug. My hair is an absolute mess, but I have a feeling all of our hair is going to be an absolute mess by the time this is over with. So we're just going to hang in there and see what happens. Or we'll just turn into a swamp witch. One of the two. Alright. Ta-da! How was everybody's week? Good. I hope everyone had as good a week as possible. I hope everyone's getting lots of good stitchy time in. We've got Q&A, of course. We've got haul. And we've got whip updates and homework plans. Well, tentative homework plans. So we're just gonna dive right on in and see what's going on. So the first question comes from Amy M121. What has been your most favorite cross stitch ever, and what has been your least / one that you have detested? My favorite cross stitch was probably the... Oh, gosh, that's hard. I've had several. I really loved Longfellow's Round Tower. I really loved Storytime Sampler, which ended up being one of my 2 wedding samplers. The other one I haven't started yet. The Owl Forest Emerald City. And probably the one I hated the most was Things Unseen by Lizzie Cade. That was a beast. But my mother loves it. It's in her house. She's happy. All I'm going to say about that. Grebo says that they want to stitch more. Do you have any tips on positioning and stuff to sit more comfortably? Well, part of gay culture is we don't know how to sit in chairs correctly. So I'm really not the best person at that. We've got... my stitching spot is the couch. It's a couch that has the reclining feature. But because we have 4 wonderful puppy bears, quite frequently I find my legs in weird positions because I don't want to move them. So I really don't have any good suggestions. Just find yourself someplace somewhat comfortable that you can stay in a long period of time in. I will say using a Lowry stand helps a lot because I don't have to hold my project, but that's about all I got there. Pam Eisenreich asks, what is Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing is a game by Nintendo. The first one was on the GameCube. There were a couple of other ones. There was one for the DS, that was one of the longer ones. There's a mobile app, and then the new one is for the Switch. But basically, in each game, you are given a certain area. In this new one, you're on a desert island, and a little bit like The Sims or SimCity, you build up this island. But it's basically you go around and you craft things, and you pick fruit, and you fish, and you interact with cute animals that are in outfits, and you can buy clothing for yourself, and etc., etc. And it's very relaxing, and it's very there's no real pressure on things, so it's quite nice. Okay, so Karen Gonzalez says, does your teddy bear like your coffee, and what is her name? So we've actually got two. We've got, and no, neither of them like coffee. This one's Honey Bear. I've had Honey Bear since I was about 16 months old. So he's a very old bear. But I do still sleep with him most nights. Because and you can see where his fluff has kind of gone down in the middle from where he gets held. But he doesn't travel anymore. He also, because he's old and I'm worried about, like, if I've got a cold or if my stomach's upset, I don't want him in the line of getting something on him because he's not going to be as easy to clean. So that's where Duffy comes in. Duffy is the Disney bear who was very popular in Japan but didn't really take off here too well. But he's my travel companion. So, those are the two bears. No, neither of them like coffee. Honey Bear prefers tea, and Duffy prefers milk. So. Stitching Happens asks, how do you store your fabric? Folded and in the bag it comes in, or some other way? By and large, I don't keep the bags they come in, unless the bag is what has the label for what color and type it is. But I do sort them by color in bigger bags, and then I have a crate. I can show you. I should have been better prepared for this. So, this is the box. I got it at IKEA. I think it fits. I think it's a hemness. And then, as you can see, I've got individual bags. Like, these are all my gray fabrics. All of my tan fabrics, and I have them broken down like that. So, that is how I store my fabric. But although I suppose since I do have that floss storage cabinet that I don't have a whole lot of things in, I probably could put my fabrics in there, but that's a thing for another day. Robin B. asks, do you stitch any Barbara Anna designs, or isn't she your kind of thing? I have her Black Cat Hollow, and I liked it, and for some reason I put it down, just haven't picked it back up. A lot of her stuff uses so much, like, solid fill of single colors, that's why I don't tend to stitch her designs, but I like the look of her designs, if that makes any sense. And I think that is the end of, is it? Yes. That is the end of the video, of the comments / Q&A. So, of course, I always love Q&A, so feel free to drop them down and ask me some questions. I'm always happy to answer. Alright, so let's dive into, I'll show you my haul. It came from Fire Poppies, which, by the way, for those of you who are checking out Fire Poppies, and I highly recommend them. Again, I ordered this, I think, Tuesday morning, and I had it on Thursday. They're trying to figure out their metrics for how people are hearing about them, so if you'll let them know that you heard about them from me, that would be awesome. I'm not getting any kickback, I just know they're trying to figure out metrics of who's getting them from where, so they know, I think just for business analytics. So, just tell them that Coffee Stitcher sent you. So, first, because my friend Oliver is one of the employees there, and he's going to be doing a lot of my finishing for me. I got the finishing kit for Ladies Garden Journal, but since he's going to do the finishing because I'm hopeless at that, he sent me the parts that I needed for the cover. So here's the cover for Ladies Garden Journal. So I got that, and I got the majority of the colors I needed for it, and they were all nice and organized neatly, and then I came along and made them not nice and organized neatly. So I'll show you the colors that are here. So there's Milady's Teal. These are all classic Colorworks. And I've got part 1, which is Sweet William, which I got at Market Day. So I have these to start now. And I will be starting them. I am going to be doing Mania this year, I decided. Ladies Garden Journal will be a part of that, but I don't know. And one other thing, which you'll see in a second. Maybe 2 other things, but we've got some plans. Anyhow, so Milady's Teal, Queen Bee, Grasshopper, oop, 4-leaf clover, which I need more of, but they only had the one. Hickory sticks, blue corn, and mulled berries. And then my cover, it's supposed to be red licorice for my initials, but since I'm not as big a fan of red as I am purple, I'm going to be using Aunt Marie's violet. And this is the fabric I'm going to use for the cover piece. So I had it basically ready to go, and I was actually going to start it Friday night during Virtual Stitches. But the obviously you have to chart your initials in, and it comes obviously with your customized alphabet. But I didn't have a pencil. And I couldn't figure out how to start that. So I didn't end up starting it. But I will be starting it very soon. Then I got this super cute kit from the Bee Company called Witch's Broom. And it comes with your buttons and the frame and the finishing materials. So there's the finishing materials and obviously the chart. But it's super cute. And small and quick. So this is probably also going to be a Mania start. And, oh, they included the Jeanette Douglas Tulip Mini Bouquet free pattern. So that was kind of fun. And in true Jeanette Douglas style, this thing is almost essentially 2 by 2 inches on 36 count. And it uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors. So there was that. And then the Buttons and Beads Christmas Village. This is the St. Nicholas Cathedral. So, and that's definitely going to be one of my Mania starts, is to start the Christmas Village. I just still have to figure out. I think I've got either 5 or 6 villages, 6 of the homes now. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, and look at their cute tissue paper. I have to figure out, first I've got to figure out on my piece of fabric how many of the houses I can get onto it. And then from there, figure out which ones I want figure out which house needs to be in the center, because I'm definitely a center out worker. And then start from there. So, knowing me, probably, I think I've got the theater. And the theater will probably be in the center because it's me. Alright, so that was my... Oh, no, that wasn't all my haul for the week. I fell down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I ordered 2 project bags. So these both come from Stars Hollow Stitchery on Etsy. And I do believe that, yes, so I can show you. So I got 2. I got a Wizard of Oz one, because I really love this fabric series. And I would actually really love a quilt out of this fabric series, but I can't quilt to save my life. So I like it because on the inside, it's the black and white Kansas fabric, and it's got the tornado, and Aunt Em, and Uncle Henry, and the barn, and the house in the tornado. And then the fabric on the outside is the colorful Oz fabric. And you can see it a little bit better on the back. But it's got, Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Lion and Munchkinland and the Yellow Brick Road and the apple trees and Toto and the Wizard's Balloon and the Emerald City. So I got that. And then for my Tiny Modernist Alice in Wonderland, I got an Alice in Wonderland one. So here's its back fabric. And similarly, it's, because I think the fabric's by the same designer, it's black and white on the inside. So they're very, very well made. And they will hold, so if I'm traveling, I haven't got a project yet for the Oz one, but it will hold will hold Anne. Trying very hard not to stretch it, but it will hold the 8x11 Q-snap, theoretically. Yeah, there we go. So it will hold the Q-snap. Ta-da! So, but yeah, I've definitely fallen down the project bag rabbit hole, which I really did not need to do. Oop. Okay, so that takes care of the haul. So for this week's homework, our first project was to stitch on a whip that features or related to a farm. So I worked on With the Needle from Lila's studio. I'm still working on this lovely middle block here. And it was 300 stitches. And I got... Whoop, the sun, the first little part of the house, and a little bit of the roof. So there it is. And a little bit of the cloud. So worked on that. This is on Rosemerta from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I may actually end up working on this one today. I'm not really sure what I'm going to work on this week, or work on today, but I may work on this one. Alright, then the next was to work on a whip from a male designer. I did not have one going, so I did penalty stitches, so it was 450 stitches, which meant that I worked on so I decided I'd work on Fairy Tale from for it, and I knew that would be pretty close to, and it was 451 stitches. So this is the one where I was converting Alice to Dorothy. So here is the full thing so far. And we'll get in a little closer on Dorothy. So what I did, I converted obviously her skin and her hair. The dress I basically left alone, but I borrowed the basket from Little Red Riding Hood and sort of redesigned that to fit this. And then obviously I gave her ruby slippers. So there she is. So next month is The Little Mermaid. And my goal is to go for a... I want her to be black. My idea is close to Lupita Nyong'o's skin tone. I'm just not sure what to backstitch with for her skin. So if anyone has any suggestions on that, I would greatly appreciate that, because I've never tried... Obviously, so far, I've not gone that dark, but I'd like to go as dark as possible with her. I'm just not sure how to do that. Alright. Then the next was a whip that reflects the outside. And this is... I changed a little bit from what I was doing. So I did... Originally, I was going to work on Every Season, but then I decided I really wanted to work on Strawberry Fields Forever instead. So I did 302 stitches. And made... Oh, that's the back. This is on Winterbrook from Under the Sea Fabrics. I'm pretty sure it's Jobelan. So I got a good portion of the vine done. I finished the windows and the door frame, and I got the outline of the house done. So I got 302 got a lot done on this one. It was very exciting to see. So that was nice to work on. So I finished one goal of the month and partial goals there. Last week, as you recall, I was working on going to finish Alice. So I finished Alice, and I did get a little bit started on the next frame over, but I just wasn't feeling it the other night. So, but I did finish Alice. So here she is in all her glory. As well as the start of the caterpillars frame. So I may work on her today. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of play by ear. I've got to read 4 chapters of Three Musketeers. So we'll see what I'm feeling after 3 chapters of Three Musketeers. Or 4 chapters, excuse me. Alright. Then I did two extra credit assignments. The first was to work on something with flowers. So I did 301 stitches on Every Season. Oh, Alice is on Elphaba from Under the Sea Fabrics. So that 301 got the clouds done, it got the house done, the pink of the house done, and it got the frame of the house done. As well as closed out my square in the middle. So we're making good progress. So, and I may work on this today. Like I said, I really don't know what I'm going to work on. And this is on Portobello from Fabric Flare. All right. And then yesterday, I did another extra credit assignment, which was to work on a beast or a sea creature, and I chose sea creature because Ursula frickin' rocks. And there are tentacles in the Disneyland map. So here, and I was so excited I got to work on colors that weren't pink or weren't gray. So here's where I got to on it. I got 546 stitches in. So as long as I get 500 stitches in each time I work on this, I'll hit my goal. So I got some pink, I got the blue of the towers done, so that was very exciting. And this is on what I named Christian's treasure map from Fortnite Fabrics. Alright. So, next week's homework, and this was the last part of the homework, so I didn't actually go over this when I was doing the homework. We had to show a picture of up to 5 whips. My theory is this is probably going to be our homework this week, but we don't know for sure because homework hasn't been announced. So I showed Nevermore. And Beauty and the Beast. Which Park Hopper Bart is almost done with. Lizzie Borden. Three Musketeers. Badoo. And then Every Season, which I already showed y'all. So those are what we're set to work on, or theoretically is what I assume we're going to be working on this week. Like I said, I don't know for 100% certain, but that would be my guess. So that's kind of it for me this week. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope everyone has a great week. Hang in there. We will get through this. And I will see y'all next time. Bye!